My name is Orion Fredericks. I call myself the manifester of the imagination. And I brought 4 pieces out this year. Behind me is Fata Morgana. And outside the other hall is the twins, 2 stainless steel fire sculptures, kind of insect-looking things, and spring water, which is hourglass water fire vortex that sits in between those 2.
Oh, that's cool.
Fata Morgana is a Class 3 illusion similar to a mirage, and is named after Morgan Le Fay, the enchantress, King Arthur legend. And there's an illusion, a mirage created on about 4 to 5 feet out from the exterior projection lenses on this piece that create this kind of image of light that surrounds the piece. And you can see them when it's dark, but in here it's very subdued.
Yeah, okay. So where do your ideas come from in terms of how do you come up with this stuff? You just walking around and you're like, I want to make a mirage?
Dreams, sketches, I draw a lot, and I probably only make 2% of what I come up with.
Okay.
So I keep a lot of things in drawing and rework drawings. And actually, this piece I came up with about 10 years ago.
Okay.
Actually, 12 years ago. And the first one I made self-destructed, and I learned a lot.
Okay, yeah.
And it was much smaller scale, and I was recently given the opportunity a couple years ago to build it a little bit larger.
Okay.
And I've always wanted to build this thing so it works. And so I built it. And actually, the center of this piece, I made its own piece, which is the one outside. So the one outside and this are actually meant to be one, but there was too much going on, so I made them their own pieces.
Oh, that's great. So, talk to me a little bit about materials, like where you find stuff, and like, is this found stuff, or is it machine that you come up with, and things like that?
There's only a couple parts on there that are found. Only a couple that are bought, and the rest is handmade. And it's all mild steel, stainless steel, bronze, and a lot of electronics, and runs off of a wheelchair, 24-volt wheelchair motor.
Oh, that's interesting.
So it can be bicycle pedal powered, this piece, which is the original intention for the piece.
That's great.
And then a lot of bearings and wheels. And
So how did you get into making this kind of kinetic moving art technology? Which is the hardest piece for you? Like, is the technology piece? Is the actual building?
The building is not the hard part. I would say sometimes the technology, I think really it's about scheduling. I think it's about scheduling and the efficiency of the design versus your time schedule and your budget. And that's really the hardest part. Everything else will fall into place.
And so how did you get into this kind of stuff? Did you go to school for this?
I went to school to be a potter, actually.
Okay, well there's still rotation in there.
Yeah, it's true. And after being inspired by clay, I had the opportunity to study metal and glass. And those 2 materials that could support their own weight enabled me to work a lot larger and more life scale. So I kind of followed up with metal and glass, and I've become addicted to those materials. And I've used those materials to exercise the other materials that are what I'm interested in, which is light, fire, water, these elemental materials.
Oh, that's beautiful. So do you just keep getting bigger as long as you have many? Talk a little bit about financing, because that's always kind of a little interesting. Like, how do you get the money to build your gigantic?
I only get the money if someone wants it.
Okay.
So there's a lot of asking, there's a lot of proposals, there's a lot of planning and drawing, and a lot of rejection. But there is a small percentage in which people are like, yeah, we do like that, we would like you to build it, and then I build it.
That's great.
And I do a lot of work on my own that I self-fund, but it's usually a little smaller.
Yeah.
I'm building a piece right now that's the largest thing I've ever built, and I got funding for a show in LA to build that. So that's really consuming a a lot of my time right now.
That's great. So is this your day job?
Yes.
Wow, congratulations. A lot of people are like, dude.
There's a lot of sacrifice involved, but it's worth it.
Awesome.
It's worth it.